Welcome back, class. How are you all? I hope you all fine. Okay, children, did you remember what we have done in the previous class? Well, let's have a recap. I'm going to ask you all some questions. Are you all ready? Yes. So the first question is, who speaks this word? Give me the meaning of it, okay? Yonder sky that has wept tears of compassion upon my people for centuries and told. Yeah, the answer for that question is, these words are spoken by Chief Seattle. She says that nature has sympathized with his people for many centuries. The second question is, why does the speaker say tomorrow it may be overcast with clouds? The answer for the question is, Chief Seattle feels that things are fine at present. However, the scenario will change in the future as the great chief in Washington wishes to buy their land with words of a giant goodwill and friendship. The third question is, who is the great chief at Washington? What has the chief done to Chief Seattle? The answer is George Washington. He was the first president of the United States of America. He is the chief at Washington. The great chief at Washington wishes to buy the land of the Native Americans with words of a giant goodwill and friendship. Your next question is, how much are Seattle's word reliable as far as the great chief concerned? The answer for the question is, his words are like the stars that never change. The great chief at Washington can rely upon his words with as much certainty as he can upon the return of the sun or the reasons. Welcome back, dear students. How are you all? Yes, I hope you are fine. Okay, do you remember what we have done in the last class? Yes, we have seen about Chief Seattle's introduction part. Okay, we'll have some recap. I'm going to have some questions and the answer. Let's go on to it. So the first question is, who speaks these words? You the meaning of it. Yonder sky that has wept tears of compassion upon my people for centuries and told. So the answer for the question is, these words are spoken by Chief Seattle. She says that nature has sympathized with his people for many centuries. Second question, why does the speaker say tomorrow it may be overcast with clouds? Answer, Chief Seattle feels that things are fine at present. However, the scenario will change in the future as the great chief in Washington wishes to buy their land with words of giant goodwill and friendship. The third question, who is the great chief at Washington? What has the chief done to the chief Seattle? George Washington, the first president of the United States of America, is the great chief at Washington. The great chief at Washington wished to buy the land of the Native Americans with words of virgin goodwill and friendship. The last question. How much are Seattle's word reliable as far as the great chief concerned? So the answer for this question is, his words are like the stars that never change. The great chief at Washington can rely upon his words with as much certainty as he can upon the return of the sun or the seasons. Okay children, let's move to our explanation part. Today, let's see about the paragraph 2. Come on, we'll read this paragraph first. There was a time when our people covered the land as the waves of a wind-ruffled sea cover its shell-paved floor. But that time, long since passed away with the greatness of tribes that are not but a mournful memory. I will not dwell on, nor mourn over, or untimely decay, nor reproach my pale-faced brothers with hastening it, as we told, may have seen somewhat to blame. So, here, this paragraph is ultimately the decay of Native American who is going to blame. So, Chief Seattle says that there was a time not very long ago when our people were numerous, they covered the land, and there were so many of them filled the entire band, just like the waves from sea covers the shell. So, wind ruffled means which is covered gently by the wind. The shell paved floor means seabed covers with shell. So, the sea paved floor refers to the land. Wind ruffle refers to Native Americans. So, here in this paragraph, he says that glorious time has passed away along with the greatness of tribe. Next, he explains about the numerous number of great waves that they had magnificent. But still, Seattle will not be talking about the sad thing. And here he also says that I am not going to be blamed by my pale brothers. That means white brothers. He also says that the reason for our decay is because not all the fault of white Americans. Okay children, we'll go to our next paragraph. Now let's go to the fourth paragraph of the text. Shall we read the paragraph? Okay. The paragraph goes like this. Youth is impulsive when our young men grow angry at some real or imaginary wrong and disfigure their faces with black paint. It denotes that their hearts are black and that they are often cruel and relentless, and our old men and old women or unable to restrain them. Thus, it has ever been. Thus, it was when the white men began to push our forefathers ever westwards. But let us hope that the hostileness between us may never return. We would have everything to lose and nothing to gain. Revenge by young men is considered gain, even at the time of their own lives. But old men who stay at home in times of war, and mothers who have sons to lose, knows better. Let's see the explanation. So, this paragraph, it tells how are the Native Americans responsible for their own destruction. Youth is impulsive. Impulse means acting without thinking. So, when the young Native Americans go angry, when have some real or imaginary injustice, immediately, without thinking, they disguise themselves, disguising like their faces, hiding with paints, hiding with black and the white paints. So, black heart refers to cruel and blameless. Once you painted your face, you become warrior. So, this paragraph says that you are incapable of your kindness. When the young man and the old man are unable to restrain, they capture all these things. So, when the white settlers are to take over and push them away, the forefathers acquires. So, see Seattle, she now tells that let us now hope that enmity that existed between our feeling gets extracted. He also explains we have everything to lose and nothing to gain. The young white man is saying that revenge is considered to be gain than losing their own life. But the parents of this young man would depend on them, right? So, when you are going to a field to be fighting, your parents will be eagerly waiting for your results, right? Yeah, same way here it occurs. Okay children, now the picture which you are looking now is Native American tribes. Okay, who are Native Americans? Native Americans are also known as American Indians. Native Americans were often grouped into tribes or nations. They grouped themselves according to their same culture, language, religion, customs, and their politics. There are over 1,000 Native American tribes in the United States. Sometimes tribes are also grouped together by the religion of the United States. These people, they live in the rural coastal area. Even in the picture you can see that, right? Yes. Okay, now let's see their traditions. We'll see their dresses. What are the things they used to wear? Okay, these peoples, they used to wear breech clothes, buckskin, deerskin, the frinkless, animal robes and furs, head feathers. The speciality of this Native American is they always used to have feathers. They also used to wear shawls, headbands, breastplates. So these breastplates is used by them for fighting. They also used to wear belts and pouches of American Indian. Okay. Fine. Next, we'll go to the fourth paragraph of the text. Shall we read the paragraph? Yes. a good father in Washington, for I presume he is now a father as well as yours, since King George has moved his boundaries further north. A great and good father, I say, send us these words. His brave warriors will be to us bridling wars. So, in this line, he tells that our father means president. Who is the president? Yeah, you're exactly right. He refers to the president of Washington. Okay, we'll read the next line. His brave warriors will be as to bristling walls. So he says that he will be protecting the walls. He will be protecting the wall by all his strength and wonderful shift of wars. So in the wars you will be seeing the ships, right? Yeah, they will be protecting all those things. Then he tells that president is now a father yours. Now our father is your father, so you can take all the privileges which you want to be. We'll read the next line. So he tells that he folds his strong protecting arms, loving about the pale face, and leads him by the hand as father leads an infant son. So he tells that our father, our own father, he will be taking care of his kid. He will be putting the child in the arm and he will be protecting with a good guidance, right? Yeah, same way in this paragraph he refers to the father who he protects his own child. We'll read the next line. Our Father, the Great Spirit, seems also to be forsaken us. Your God, make your people wax stronger every day. Soon they will fill the land, and God cannot love a people or He would protect them. So the Native Americans believed that England was ruled by man, not a woman. Okay, let me ask you a question. England was ruled by a man or a woman? Yeah, the England is ruled by a woman. Okay. Then he explains about the white settlers who had captured lot of white American lands. Okay, we'll read the next line. They seem to be orphaned. Who can took over their place? How can your God become our God and renew our prosperity and awaken in us dreaming of returning greatness? So now the people of white settlers is explaining about the strength of wall. Okay, why does the wall is built in the houses? To be safe and to be stronger. Yeah, same way here the wall was built to protect themselves from the people of England. Then he talks about Hyedes and Shimshons or the Native Americans. Shimshons were the people of Native Americans. Then he explains about your God is not our God. He says even the God that we believe in spirit, even He had bind spirit us. So your God has made your God go strength and strength. There is a little in common between God and us. So my dear children, every day you should pray to God. Okay, this picture which you are looking now is a map of Native American people. So you can see all the places over here, right? Okay. So this paragraph, the fifth paragraph and the sixth paragraph, it explains about. So in the fifth and in the sixth paragraph, he recollects the time when the white men began to push their forefathers. There were hostilities between them, but he wishes that those hostilities may never return. The young men would like to take revenge, but the old tribal peoples are wise and would never like to resume their hostilities. In the sixth paragraph, he tells that people feel very sad. He feels that the God of the white people love his own people and hate the tribal people, and therefore he cannot be God for them. We have also seen this in the fourth paragraph, right? Yes, very good. He also says that religion of white men. So what is the religion of white men here refers to? Yeah, he refers to the people of Native Americans. Yes, very good. But their religion is the tradition of their ancestors. Yeah, that's what he's telling about. They still love it, virgin ladies, and it's memorizing the rivers that flows again and again. So children, can we stop the river running by? We cannot, right? It will be very force. Same way the cruelness of Britishers is so harsh and that make them to fall against them. So children, I like to give you all a follow-up work. So here are some of the questions. Be prepared, ready for the next session to answer the question. Until then, bye. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.